going on? How are y'all doing today? It's your boy, Z-Rex. We coming at you live today on the 1st of July. Woohoo! We're in the new quarter for the year. It's here. You can look at some quarterly charts. Some of them high time frames. They're not very sexy, that's for sure. We'll jump into them here in a second. Oh my gosh, let me go to the live screen before I do 30 minutes and forget to do that, because I have definitely done that before. Oh, well, I'm hoping y'all are having a great week so far. It's already freaking Thursday. Jesus Christ. 4th of July is coming up over here for America. So I'm always excited about that holiday because I just love fireworks. Oh, yeah. Some good old green tea. Little recharge midday green tea. Man, I don't know. I was feeling really weird yesterday. I haven't listened to some of the video yesterday, but I'm definitely going to because I was like spacing out, man. I was like almost just passing out. It was weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. A lot of things, I guess, apparently. But anyway, let's get into... apparently a couple of things. Anyway, so let's get into some price action. We've had some dump fest here, getting rejected at a lot of these EMAs at the top of or middle of ranges, depending on which crypto you're looking at. Equities kind of just chilling. Looks like NASDAQ's taking the break while the other boys catch up with it. Nice to see transportation's rallying a little bit because they are a little concerning on the market now. Wow, oil's over $75. Bonds just hovering. Euro, dollar kind of just hovering. Gold, everything does. All that shit's just hovering. Really kind of lack of movement in the majors that we look at most days. What is yep. So oil services, obviously oil's going to be doing good today. Energy, GDX trying to stabilize down here. So that's a decent sign for possible recovery off of this, or at least maybe a little bounce up here to make a ugly head and shoulders. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's see. XRT retail's been kicking some ass. But overall, let's actually go to FinViz. See what the heat map looks like. Yeah, pretty mixed bag. You can see energy, real estate's doing pretty good. Utilities okay. Yeah, and that retail. Footwear. Nike gets its own block over here. Footwear next to restaurants and above packaging and containers. Kind of a weird place to throw Nike in the heat map matrix, but whatever. What are you doing? No, go away. Let's see. Yeah, so kind of mixed bag here. Semiconductors not too hot. Fang's not really doing anything. Oh my god, dude. Are y'all serious right now? Jeebus. Alright, let's get off of this page and let's go to the real price action. Mama Bear. We could look at total too, but it's just going to be pretty much the same as what Mama Bear looks like, so we're just going to skip over to that. And rejection, 21 in this upper range. Bulls didn't have even enough power to come up and test this horizontal in the mama at about 30, upper 37s, right around 38K. So that kind of sucks. We are attempting to base right here off of this red horizontal, which I don't know if y'all can see that very good. Let me brighten her up a little bit. Off this red horizontal right here. As we discussed yesterday, if we did close back below this thing, it does open the door for breakdown, further continuation on the breakdown. Now, it's too early to say that. We got 6 hours left on the daily close. Wait, let's go to the lower time frames. All right, so yeah, here we are just hovering. Sloppy EMAs. The Bulls had their chance, man. They really did. This was a good setup. They just needed a little bit more continuation, staying above about 35K, and immediately we've gotten rejected already after just a day. So that does kind of suck. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, last of the Mohicans line in the sand here is this 32, mid 32,000 area, which, man, so far, though, this is pretty ugly. This is not good price action. If this daily closes down, yeah, if we just get any daily closure pretty much below even just 33 flat, I do think we work our way down into the upper 20s. It's not really the sexiest chart. And this monthly, it's barely hanging on to the 10 simple. I mean, technically it's below it. But this candle is kind of irrelevant at this point. It has 30 days left on it. So that's anything can happen in 30 days. If we jump out to the quarterly is pretty nasty. Every time the quarterly has pretty much printed kind of a tweezer type candle at the top of the range, it has been the end of that range or that cycle. You can see we only have 3 references here and then one here and then now we have one here. So the chart on the quarterly saying, man, there is massive resistance at the mid 50s, and it's probably not super likely that we bust over that anytime soon. Unfortunately, and a lot of people are like, what? It's going to 80,000 billion by the end of the month. Well, the chart's not really saying that at this moment. Let's see. 6 month is still okay. It's like a little doji, but showing pretty good support in the upper 20s, right where we kind of have been testing at that 29,000 area. Really the quarterly, and how about we don't really look at the bi-monthly very often. Oh gosh, that actually looks pretty bad. Ew. The best thing about, though, the bi-monthly is we're still pretty well and firmly above the short-term MAs. So you can see we had a couple in the rallies. We had a couple negative candles, down candles at the top of the ranges. That this one didn't get continuation, and you can see this one did just call the top, and once it closed below the 10 simple, kind of just kept rolling down. And this one also, same thing, 10 simple. But, I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, dude, this is really late. This is a super laggard. And by the time this happens, I mean, you're talking you're 63% off the highs. So, I mean, it's not like a good metric for entries or anything, but it's definitely kind of a good metric just for, overall really long-term trend. I like to kind of just use the monthly. I think the monthly is perfectly fine. And this is just not great. The monthly and the quarterly definitely aren't super sexy, man. This is icing up the rally for sure. This makes me more concerned about further upside in the near future. I think the best bet right now for bulls is this bitch just goes sideways the whole summer, which is kind of what we were talking about back over here on the initial crash. Yeah, because it doesn't really look that great. These bulls just can't get anything sustainable over the 21 daily. And if you can't sustain over the 21 daily MA, then you don't have the momentum. It's not a bullish chart right now. And it hasn't been for a long time. So until we get some resolution on this daily, I know I've been saying that forever, for over a month now, but that just is what it is, and we just have to wait for some kind of sign on the daily. And the bulls keep trying, but they keep failing. Look at this damn trend line again on RSI, providing resistance. Now, is it going to find support right here? It could. This is a decent spot for just like a little liquidation pullback break. Maybe kind of scare some people, fake them out from running up here. But, let's just see how this daily closes. I was a lot more excited yesterday, but we needed it. But it wasn't quite confirmed because we needed the EMAs to just cross back up to the upside in chronological order. And we just needed price to hover above like 35K just for like another day. And we just didn't even get that. Just immediate rejection. And now we're back below 35,000. and barely hanging on. So Mama's saucer right there, so that's decent, I guess. It's holding on and respecting it for now, and right below that is that major 50% retracement line from the all-time highs, which has marked every single top in Bitcoin's history. A lot of people thought that that is just BS, that it could just be so simple. But, you know, a lot of people also thought that this was BS, that the pi cycle top indicator was totally retarded. Well, was it? I don't think so. Yeah, but it's easy to get biased, man, on and euphoric in price action. We've all done it. I've done it. You just got to shake that shit out of you, man, because you don't want to be like, oh, it's going to just keep going to the moon. Here it is. And then it just dumps all up in your face. You know, that just sucks. And I mean, in Bitcoin, what are we down like about 40-ish% from this little consolidation over here? Bitcoin's not even the worst one, right? It's the altcoins that have definitely been taking it on the chin. All right, futures barely hold. I mean, they're about to breach. It does have 3 hours left, so it's not quite done it. But still, it's agreeing with the spot price. I guess one thing that is worse is already below its red horizontal right here at about 34,000. So, man, yeah, this is not a good looking chart on futures, and I do put more weight on the futures chart. And this is not a sexy chart, man. I mean, the best thing you do is the that you can see on this is the bulls are in the weak zone. They're not in the forgotten zone anymore, which is sub 10 on DMI. That's just what I call them. And then the neutral zone is between here 16 and 26. So I mean, that's the best thing, which is really weak sauce, that bulls are getting in the weak zone. I mean, that there's nothing there. We are kind of still filling out this little triangle on RSI on the futures, and it's pretty much about to get resolution by the middle of this month, so that is interesting. I'm really not expecting like a whole lot of big moves either this week, and probably not even next week, just because of the 4th of July weekend. A lot of people on holiday stuff, they don't trade that much, so volume's usually a lot lower. You can see even down here on the volume, I mean, these are you can't almost even see them. So the volume signature is showing that. So we probably kind of just get some lollygagging sideways into next week. And it is interesting that the futures have this triangle for resolution the week pretty much after the 4th of July. So that is definitely a little bit interesting. Let me actually, I gotta take this over here real quick and log into my where the hell is it? I gotta get my live data. I just noticed it was still on delayed. We can't be having no delayed data. You know what I'm saying? We need that live feed, baby. Oh yeah, of course, you gotta send me freaking codes. Always gotta send me stupid codes. Let's see, 709 435. Oh no, you know my code. All right, let's bring her back. All right, we got that live data. Sweet. Yeah, I just noticed up here, you can see that if you're on TradingView. If you don't have this little green light, you're not live. I had a little D next to it. So it was slightly delayed. All right. So yeah, I'm not expecting this to break the range before the 4th. I kind of think we're just going to keep chopping down here for a little bit. Ethereum getting ever so pushed back. I mean, this sucks for Ethereum. What the hell? I mean, it is coming back to the top of the trend line. So as long as it kind of holds here, it's okay. And this candle, what's this low on here? At 2088. As long as we hold 2088 on the daily closing basis, it'll be like okay. But man, yeah, bears are just showing that they are not giving up and that they're remaining slightly dominant right now. I mean, this looked pretty good again for Ethereum, but just immediate rejection off of these pumps. So that's showing you, just that alone is showing that the bears are definitely more dominant right now than the Bullskis. Let's look at quarterly. On Ethereum, yeah, a little shooting star. I think we did monthly yesterday. Yeah, monthly has Doji, spinning top Doji with follow through. I mean, these high time frame charts are not good. They don't look good. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm a trader. I'm not a hodler. I don't subscribe to just holding indefinitely. All these people that think that that's such a great idea, well, half their money's gone now from, you know, this little blow off top a few months ago, and that doesn't feel good, man. Emotional capital is just as important, if not more important, than your actual trading capital. And so going through these big emotional swings like that, I mean, say you made over $1 million in this run, you're like, dude, I'm a millionaire, and then now you're not. You're not a millionaire in 2 months. Yeah, could it go back up and you be a millionaire in 2 more months? Of course, but that's a lot of emotional swinging, man. All right, so getting a little more pressure here. We'll see how this ends up. We'll come back to it in a second. Let's move on. Yeah, more rejections off the 21. I mean, we are kind of between the 21 and the 10 simple. So until we really break back below these 10 simples on the daily, which we are kind of threatening to do already on Bitcoin. Let's go see if that's kind of a theme on the altcoins. Ethereum Classic actually is holding up a lot better. It's actually holding its 21 EMA. Now, it most likely will not hold its 21 EMA if Bitcoin decides to break 32 or 33K, 32.5 again. But hey, that's a little bit relative strength there. Yeah, okay, so we are starting to get that kind of stuck between the 21 and the 10 simple. So, I mean, as long as this holds like this previous structure, about 64 pennies, it's okay. Same thing with XLM. DOT was real weak. It couldn't even get to the 21. This chart has been absolutely terrible for a while. The weekly is like we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. If we can just get the mama support wall right here to help us out for the bulls. And I actually don't really care if it goes up or down. I don't have a position in Bitcoin, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of our last hope, which is interesting too. We got that triangle on the futures, and then this all pointing to resolution in the first or second week of this month. So see if we can get that going. Let's go back to DOT. Crappy. ADA. Whatever. I just don't like this chart on the long term. Looking left, pulling it out, it just doesn't look that great. Link, I mean, look at this, right to the damn trend line in the 21 with a freaking wick, rejection immediately. I mean, these are not good charts. Like they almost looked good yesterday and the day before, but the bears have just already come in and said, no, dude, get your ass out of here. So that kind of sucks, man. See if the bulls can maybe slap them back, but I'm not really too confident about that in this moment. Let's see. Yeah, stuck between 377, 200. I mean, just working its way down. Lower highs, lower lows. That's a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. It's a downtrend. I mean, it just sucks, man. Doge. Lower highs, lower lows, mega resistance here at the 800. It's having trouble even getting through 800 Satoshis. And the dollar, I mean, you can see this is the area we marked all the way back over here. I mean, and even as support, but now it's flipped as resistance. And the market is very well respecting this upper 20s between like 27.5 and 30 flat is mega supply on Doge. So it doesn't look like Elon or Mark Cuban are going to let it go above that right now. No, I don't know if that's true, but they do seem to be like the two bigger players in the dish game. Anything back below 22 cents, this bitch is probably going to come test to the upper teens again. So do be wary of that. Let's zoom in a little bit if we can. Come on, TradingView. It's been acting so crappy. I actually had to send him a support ticket Because a week or two ago, I was noticing, see how I'm scrolling and my left scale's not changing? Like, what's going on there? What, is just frozen? It's like, that's garbage, dude. What the hell, Trading View? Pay y'all good money. Y'all need to fix this crap. Dogecoin, again. I mean, look at this candle right here on the 458, getting up right into the mid 29-cent areas. Shooting star slappage. So right now it is in a really tight range, though, between about 28 and that 22 area. So until it gets out of that, it's pretty much just in range mode. Let's go to the quarterly on Dogecoin. What does that look like? Man, the quarterly actually still looks okay. How about the... Did we do the monthly yesterday on Doge? Yeah, we did. It kind of looks like Ethereum's. Oh, look, it has major support down here at a third of a penny, so that's cool. Let's zoom out a little bit, or zoom in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, the weekly's also agreeing with that, about 22 cents. It's a little higher, actually, at about 23. So maybe even 23 cents on a lower time frame break would usher in, I'd be looking for 18 to 20 pretty easily if that happened. Hex is continuing to roll over too. I mean, it is on the cusp of this 10 and 21 cross, which it actually hasn't done since back here in early May before the real big, nice pump on it. So maybe this is just a little consolidation area, but pretty much iced up on that when we were talking about it on the stream when he was getting all cocky, and by he, I mean Richard Hart, getting all cocky, posting it on his thumbnail about how amazing Hex is, and it's 10 cents. Go all in. It hasn't seen that level pretty much since then. And we're just grinding on down. Monthly on Hex. Can we do the monthly? The monthly looks okay. Also agreeing with that mid 5 penny area we've been eyeballing for major support. So, what did I just get an alert on? Oh, but of course, markets. Look at that. ES breaking 43 hundo. Looking pretty damn good so far. Not too shabby, man. Oh, I guess it did hit 43.05 in the overnight session. It's testing that right now. Let's see if it can get over the overnight session high. That would be good for confirmation. Usually kind of sucks in overnight when and then you don't hit them in regular session. That's not the greatest confirmation. Speaking of, we're at ES. Let's just go to it. Oh my god, damn it, bro. Oh my god, Desert Nut. What the absolute shitballs, dude. Oh my god. I've been talking for 30 minutes. Or, I guess 10 minutes was intro music while I got set up. Oh, what the fuck? I've been really out of it this week. I don't know what the hell is happening. Appreciate you typing that in here, Desert Nut. I'm just. Oh, man. What the hell? Ah. Oh, man. All right. Well, here we go. All the way back to the beginning really quick. Jesus Christ. All right. Man, rewinded to the very beginning. Jesus Christ. Again, much appreciate you typing that in, Desert Nut, man. Oh, god damn it, Bobby. Let me take a sip of this tea here. Oh, F my life. Was it only 5 minutes? Oh, okay, thank you. I thought I did it for the whole time. I must have accidentally hit the mic then. Appreciate the info there, sir. Much love. Need that feedback. Okay, so it's only 5 minutes. So I don't know if you've been watching that long, so maybe we were just at ES or something. Let's just go rewind to Dogecoin. Drip, drip, drip. So Dogecoin, as long as it's above about 23 handle, 22 cent handle, looks good. Or not good, but I mean it's okay. And it's just in a range between about 22 and 29 cents. Hex still looks like it's working its way down. You got the monthly support agreeing with that mid 5 area, 5 pennies. So let's see if it can kind of hover here. You got the mama right there too. So overall, it just depends on what Bitcoin does. All right, so if we've got 5 minutes, so that's probably right here. ES. I was just talking about how ES. I mean, this is super bullish, man. This is super bullish, man. Like this weekly, we're getting continuation. There's just not bearish. Don't be watching the news all the time and it's like the dollar, inflation, the dollar, it's gonna kill everything and blah 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 blah. Like, dude, the news is the biggest laggard, noisiest bullshit that it exists. I mean, there's not any edge. And I strongly believe if you think you can get edge from reading news, you need to take a hard gander at yourself in the mirror and analyze, like, dude, that you think news comes out on CNN or whatever, Bloomberg, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't think a bunch of trillions of dollars of money doesn't get all that wire before it goes out live? You can't compete in that game, man. Like, yeah, you can news trade if you're top brass Elon Musk or something or an insider, but you know, we're not that, so we got to use that good old price action, baby. Anyway, yeah, look at this shit. Just looks great. We're getting continuation. I love that the Russell close. That's where I was probably talking. The Russell close, very beautiful, man. Yesterday, dip into these two big body fake out Fed candles. And then we close up right above it on a hammer on the horizontal. I mean, this is pretty sexy. I like this for confirmation that this 2300 area is very important for bulls because they did come in and swiftly support that zone. So I do think that this thing is probably going to start working its way up. It does have major resistance, though, at like 2345. Anything above that, I think any time frame close down to like a 3 hour above 2350 is probably going to open the doors up to 2400 and possibly beyond if this market wants to get really, really sexy. Dow Jones is the transportation is the most concerning chart of all of these because it is below its 55 EMA and everything. And also the 10 simple has crossed it. And the 21 is very damn close. It's not doing it yet. You can see previously in this rally, it does flirt below the 55 EMA a little bit, and those are generally just kind of little liquidation buying opportunities. So it's not terrible yet. Anything Any more downside, though, below like 14.8. Oof, watch out, man. But so far, so good. Doing a little rotational money swaps here. NASDAQ's kind of flat, selling off, letting everything else rally. The rotational kind of trading action right now is very, very obvious and just right in your face. And that's why you have to, maybe that's what I was saying during the mic when it was out. That's why you have to kind of treat each one of these things individually. Like, a lot of times you could use correlations, but at the end of big bull markets, like, shit just goes wonky and is all over the place. Like, at the, I guess, let me show you an example. Like, at the last time we had super mega rallies like this, we can go back to 2000, because I think the dot-com bubble is the good one. And so you can see just in the last, since let's just take it from the beginning of the year, so some January before the market rolled over, NASDAQ was up about 30%. And if we go to, oh, not the right one. We have to go to the right ticker symbol here. And if we go over here, the rut, look at the rut getting super crazy. It was up only about 18 to 20%. So like half almost of the NASDAQ. So even though it was rallying, it just wasn't rallying near as much. And I'm just kind of trying to show like the bifurcation and like the differences of the rallies. And look at how kind of weak I'm sorry, not NASDAQ was, but S&P. So NASDAQ up that 30-ish%, rut up, 18-ish%, upper teens. And look at BSES, or SPX. This isn't the futures, it's the cash index, but whatever. You can see that it's just like not even 5% rally. So look how different that is across all the top 5 majors indices, which generally have over a 0.8 positive correlation rate. And so when you get to the end of these rallies, the rotations, it's kind of like, if you're in crypto a lot, kind of think of it like when crypto does like this basing pattern, like this or like this, and altcoins are just pumping to the moon all day while Bitcoin just goes sideways. So like the rotations just happen. Oh, let's pump this one, move all of our money over to this one before the dump happens. So that's kind of what's going down. Sound. What are you talking about, the sound? The mic is gone again? I see it on my OBS. It says that it's working right now. That is a little bit concerning. What the shit, man? What is going on with... And my internet is mostly stable, so that's freaking weird, man. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up on my phone real quick and see what the word is. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just rewinded. I seem to be having... I seem to have sound going back to... Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting sound on my video. I'm just looking on my phone real quick. So, yeah, and OBS says I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. My internet has been very odd lately, so... where was I? VIX. Oh yeah, VIX is just this interesting little clustering down here. Let me know if it's coming back through, because I can see it on my OBS. It says it's good, and also on my phone, I was able to hear myself as well. So just give me a sound check over there. Let's see. Interesting kind of stabilization clustering right here on VIX at this trend line cross. Any daily closure below 1480, and I would look for like a mega rally, a super rally in equities. Especially a weekly close below that. I would look for like another blow off top in equities, which I know sounds super crazy, but I mean, dude, this market is super crazy if you haven't noticed. So kind of just clustering down here. Nothing to really see. Let's zoom in. Nope, nothing on there. Nothing on here either. For VVIX, it is showing a basing type pattern, but still kind of whatever. Dude, oil though. Oil, Jesus Christ. This thing just won't stop, man. And it actually is about to get dominance today on the bulls via DMI. I mean, this is absolute insanity, and it looks like the linear chart trend line up here at about 80 bucks is the target that the market wants here. I chart in logs, so I was seeing it at about low 70s, which we got a little bit of a pullback, but immediate daily candle closed above all that, and we found support above the upper half of that candle. So I mean, this thing just looks beautiful riding this Dan 10 simple, man. I mean, there's just nothing wrong with this chart yet. Man, I mean, dude, this is beast mode. What's the monthly look like? Because we can do monthly on the Earl. Looks fine. We can do quarterly on the Earl. Well, with this stupid wick here. Quarterly. Oh, man. All right. So there. Okay. So this is interesting on the quarterly chart. There is massive resistance right here at 75 bucks. Pretty much exactly where we are. And the monthly, I'm sorry, the quarterly mama is also right at that level. So, and more importantly, I would put weight on these bodies over here at about, like I said, 75 bucks. That's super serial resistance, and you can even see it's getting rejected so far. If this thing closes back in the lower 74 handle, I'd probably look for a little bit of a correction, but not too shabby though. Earl, you're doing pretty damn good, which is kind of concerning. I hope we're not going to war or something soon. Oh, this is a daily super sexy reset right here. I mean, this is textbook pretty awesome. DMI is a little bit weak, but with the Bears week 2 down here, this is pretty damn good read. Anything above like 159 handle, this thing looks like it wants to run. No, it's not so much though. The 10-year is super choppy, ugly. I mean, right in the middle of the range. I mean, there ain't shit to do on this unless it's below down here or above up here. So a little surprising because they were acting very similar for a while until the last couple of weeks, pretty much since the Fed meeting. Oh my gosh, wow, dollar. Holy crap. So, the dollar's going down. It's going to break down. So yeah, we were talking about do not short down here. You don't want to short on dollar clustering at major support areas going back for, years and years, and a trend line cross over here. Just not good. Now, do we find some resistance in this zone? Maybe, but this looks pretty damn constructive. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, the monthly is kind of still whatever. How about the quarterly? Quarterly is still kind of whatever. But man, this daily looks really good. I mean, just chopping it up. This closure, I mean, above 92.20. This thing looks like it wants to come test up into this little cluster up here in the 93 handle. So, which probably won't bode well for Bitcoin, but, correlations are kind of schmorelations right now, which we can actually go look at correlations real quick. Let's pull up hash ribbons, and let's also pull up correlation chart here. Yeah, so look at that. Bitcoin has lost its weekly correlation to S&P and NASDAQ. It's still pretty close on the dollar, though. I mean, 0.3 isn't that great. So, yeah, interesting. It's kind of losing that, but gaining against gold. I guess because they're both like in the gutter there. So, hash ribbons. Is this broken or what's going on? I feel like this has just looked like this for a few days now, just super flat. I don't know. What the hell, man? Well, whatever. Still pretty shitty. I mean, we're in capitulation mode still. I mean, there's just nothing about this chart that's signaling anything. I mean, this is showing that we still got a long ways to get out of this consolidation here, whether it's to the up or downside. I mean, this is a pretty extreme dump here, though. Let's scroll back in history. Yep. Yeah, bigger than that one, bigger than that one, bigger than that one. It's almost kind of akin to this guy up here. Let me do some. That's about 30%. Let's keep scrolling. Yeah. Wow, all right. So this is the biggest one since the 2018. Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. Nope. 2018 and then way back in 2011, which is about 38%. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's fast forward and measure this one. I've never measured it like this. So it's about 25%. So it's not quite 30. It looks like 30-ish is where that keeps going. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know. This is odd that this is flat. I don't know if TradingView is like something's happening with TradingView that I'm not getting this proper data. But I feel like it's looked this way for too long now. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping and not remembering it correctly. But yeah, I mean, we're not even close to a buy signal on this. So get out of there. Correlations, get out of there. US dollar, just wow, man. This thing is beast mode above 92.20. Ain't nothing about it. That's bearish. Okay, euro, same thing. I mean, maybe it gets caught here. But, I mean, okay, this is interesting. This actually has an H pattern on it, which is hard to short into. So this might actually provide some decent support via the Euro chart. Dixie is kind of more of a, I mean, this is kind of more of a hook and go pattern, like breaking out here. I mean, and these generally you can do measured moves, kind of like a flag. You can either do it kind of like this, or you can use the basin like a cup and handle. Let's just do both and see what happens. So the first target is right here at the highs, and then the next target is pretty much 94, which is what we were already just looking at via the clustering zone over here, and the 377 is also right above it too. So we do have some structure that is pointing again to the mid 93 handle on Dixie. But it's just barely holding on for dear life here on the euro pairing. So, but this is a very textbook kind of H pattern. And any daily closure shit, actually kind of where it is now or lower, is probably going to engage that. DAX, I'm surprised DAX isn't rallying. That is a little bit interesting because they share a lot of the same companies as like the S&P and some of the American markets, but it's just dead ass flat. I mean, this is actually kind of an ugly chart. RSI looks shitty. DMI looks pretty shitty. What's the monthly look like? Monthly just barely getting anything going. I mean, this is pretty much, I mean, 3%, man, in 3 months. That's just garbage. Quarterly looks okay though. But yeah, real choppy, man. Real chop fest here. Anything back below like 15.4, pretty shitty. But then conversely above 15.8 looks pretty good. 15.4, blah, 15.8, let's get it. Shanghai, let's see. Looks pretty decent. I like the I like this monthly close. This one's just kind of a whatever candle. How about the quarterly? Yeah, quarterly closed good, actually. Really kind of confirming bullishness above this trend line here. So, man, shit, this looks pretty damn good. Above 35.50. As long as it's above 35.50, I don't really have any problems with this chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we're just now resetting on the oscillators for the 3 hour. So damn, yeah, 33.50 though. Also on the 3 hour time frame, agreeing with the daily. That doesn't happen often. Gold, what the shit are you doing down here, gold? It is not doing jack crap. Let's go monthly chart. Oh man, look at this. Almost dead even. A candle there. I mean, it's almost exactly the same structure as the previous one. Man, could they make it harder on that one? We're still kind of making this weird little saucer pattern thing. Man, it's trying. Bulls are really trying to defend this horizontal that we've been watching for, all the way back, all the way back in the beginning of the year. So this has come back as a support level. I mean, and look at this daily right here. I mean, it closed literally right on it. So any daily close below like 1760, I do think that this thing works its way down to probably at least low 1700s and maybe even upper 1600s if the bears want to get super excited. And pretty ugly low time frames, nothing really there. Let's look at the 2-day, which I really like for gold. 2-day is actually showing that same support level with the mama, and 2-day is one of my favorite time frames for gold. So interesting. All right, so 2 days agreeing with that 1760 level as well. So I'm actually kind of just gonna probably buy dips on gold until we break. I mean, I already have a little bit of exposure from the dips back over here, but I'll probably buy some more on any dips back to 1760s. Let's go to the quarterly on gold. What does it look like? So the quarterly on gold does not look that great. Also confirming the importance of that horizontal-ish level there, but yeah, not very exciting on that one. So kind of surprising. I guess it's just the dollars kind of putting that pressure on it a little bit or something. I don't know. I do like silver's riding on this 200. Any price back below 25.70, I would look for probably 20. I'd probably look for a breach into the 24 handle, and then we might have to start getting a little concerned on the silver chart. Right now, the 2-day is still okay, making higher lows as of now. And the weekly is also sitting atop its mama, so that has been providing pretty good support for a hot minute. So not too shabby. And the one thing that's really sexy about this chart still is it's kind of making this ascending triangle formation. If you can't see that, let me draw it real quick. It's a little bit of a sloppy one, but something like that. And, if we take a conservative measured move off of this, it does put it a little bit past our fib target in the lower mid-30s. So, and we're about 70-80% full on this guy. And probably closer to 80. And that's usually when you do get resolution on these. I think Bukowski says if it goes past like 80, it kind of just isn't that pattern anymore, if my memory serves me correctly. But anyway, 25, boom. This is kind of the line in the sand right here on this weekly chart. If we did break that, this structure would start to look pretty shitty. But I forgot to mention, the one thing that is pretty sexy is this weekly 200 has recrossed the 377, and that is usually pretty sexy time for some continuation, large continuation to the upside. And we can go back. Let's play devil's advocate and look where it didn't do that. Right here, didn't do that. It had, I guess technically it did have a really good pump, but it ended up getting rejected before ultimately recrossing back over here atop that pump. This is way better structure too, by the way, than when they crossed over here. You still had all the EMAs down into the 200, so that's sloppy. That's more sloppy read on that. But you can see these don't cross very often. Literally going back on this whole chart for futures, there's a cross somewhere back over here, just kind of extrapolating the EMA. You could kind of imagine where it would go. It's probably crossing the 70s, and then 84, and then 96, and then 2001, and then 05. So this does not happen often. Last time was 16, and here we are again, 21. So what is that, 6 times in 50 years? Yeah, it's pretty significant. So I do like that read. Let's go monthly. Monthly still looks fine, holding atop the 10 simple. Quarterly, the quarterly is really showing a lot of supply in the upper 20s. So I never have really looked at the bi-monthly on this. Yeah, it's like a flag, definitely some kind of pennant type flag. Looks very bullish. Let's see. Let's go look at a silver miner real quick. Hecla, it's one of the bigger ones. Hecla's sitting atop its little kind of consolidation zone here. Yeah, daily doesn't look super great though. Weekly looks okay. Monthly's all right. It's still kind of grinding up. Yeah, shit, it's all bullish on the monthly still. 2-month, attempting to get over that line. And how about the quarterly? Quarterly, same thing. Oh, look at the quarterly. Actually has resistance. It has enough candles to populate going back to the 60s. It finally has enough candles to populate at the right at the trend line. Wow. So if Hecla can get over 860 on a daily, and especially on a weekly, if it can close above 860, which we did here. You can see close above 860, but then no follow through and immediate rejection. So if we can get back above there again, above 860, I'm going to go ahead and put an alert there. 869, whatever. Close is close enough. If we get another close back above there, I mean, we might be getting into this target zone being reached that we plotted on here a little whiles ago. And we can see that this triangle is pretty much, it's a little sloppy. Yeah, it's got a couple breaches or whatever. But if this does end up breaking back out and doesn't turn into a failed breakout, which would bring us probably all the way back down into the 4 handle. 5's probably for sure, but likely into the 4s if we did break down the about 650 area. But man, right now it's looking okay, and with the silver chart looking pretty damn sexy on higher time frames still, that does bode pretty well. All right, platinum just chilling right on top of this stupid trend line. There's nothing really to do with platinum. Actually, let's go platinum high time frames though, since that has been a thing. Well, shit, the monthly close right on top of the 10 simple. Hell, that's not that bad. I don't like that it engulfed the previous few months, but sitting right on top of that trend line and a short-term MA with DMI still dominant for the bulls. And the mama, look at this mama weekly. This is kind of what we're hoping to see with Bitcoin for bullish action, is for it to hit the wall and then rally up and then kind of just grind its way up the mama. That happens quite often with price action. But yeah, I mean, platinum is just kind of whatever until it gets back above about 1130. Oh man, major resistance right here, 2800. Nice rally though off this 200. But this is a pretty swift rally. I'd be a little concerned about this just because it's happened so fast. We can probably zoom in and use the 3 hour on this guy. Yeah, I mean, any trend line break of this here, this line, or these EMAs, are probably even just 27 flat breaks this down. So usually don't like real aggressive bounces off of these lows. Like, they're okay if they turn into V bottoms, but this won't be confirmed as a V bottom until we get at least a couple daily closes above 2850. So got some work to do there. Miners, that's whatever. This is just coming back to retest these highs over here. Actually, let's go look at miners. Yeah, miners are trying to base out here. What do they look like on the monthly? Engulfing, not very sexy. How about the quarterly? Yeah, I mean, the best thing right now I think is this horizontal at about 32 bucks. As long as it's holding about $32, it's okay. But yeah, gold's got some work to do. All right, got through the list. Damn, boy. All right, so that's the list. It took a lot longer than usual. Shit. All right, I'm going to go to look at some of some stock stuff. Oh, ES did make a new high in the real-time session, so bulls are for real on the ES. It hit 4307. So that's pretty sexy time. Let's see. Very nice. Let's actually just go look at those. We can just go here to here to here. Let's go crack time frames. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. Little reset. See if it can kind of hold up here. I mean, this looks pretty good for some rally in action for sure. Not too shabby. Let's actually go to the screener real quick. I haven't pulled up the screener. Only 7 matches today. Ooh, wow, this looks pretty good. NTES. Some technology. NetEase. Oh, wow, it's very, very liquid. Lots of trading on it. Even pays a small dividend. Almost reset. As long as it can hold above like 111 for a little bit. It's not too bad. And it is kind of making like a little saucer pattern with higher lows and higher highs over the last few months. So that's actually pretty sexy. Weekly looks perfectly fine. And monthly looks really good too. So this is an interesting one. Healthcare. Pretty good pumpage right there. This one's kind of high. I mean, I wouldn't really be interested unless it broke like 217 on a retest too. Waste management. Man, yeah, not too shabby. Waste management. Yeah, but whatever. It's in this kind of fat range of 137 to 142. So until it got out of that, I don't really care. Same with the Bank of New York Mellon Corp. 52, 48, whatever. Holy shnikes. That's pretty damn sexy. This is breaking out of its range. This thing actually will look good on dip buying down to about 180-ish. Kind of breaking out. Is it liquid enough? Yep, it sure is. Oh my god, is this true? Okay, I'm not trading this. A 20% dividend, dude? No, thank you. That is shady. I bet, yep, I knew it when I zoomed out. This chart was going to be garbage. Look at this shit. Booty, dude. Yeah, does it maybe get a pump pretty hard up to 250-ish? Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but whatever. Don't even care about that. Manufacturing. I wonder if these auto makers, and not like Ford and stuff, I should say like parts makers, are about to get some love. We get some little reset action here. This weekly is pretty damn sexy, especially if it breaks 1270, man. And monthly also agreeing with about that mid-12 areas as well. So is this kind of a cup and handle? Nah, I think it's retraced too much. I can't remember the exact. I don't think it can go past the 618 or halfback. Well, shit, it's right at the 618. And then bounce off of it. So hell, this actually might be working its way up to 12 something. This shit. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna look that good. American Axle Holdings. Let's go monthly. Yeah, not the greatest monthly chart. How about the quarterly chart? It's trying to base out right here. Still need some help though. Mama is forecasting pretty good support around $9 too, so. Not too shabby. Therapeutics, some super pump bullshit. Biotech company, I mean, whatever. I don't really like trading biotech, so that's all that is. Done with that. All right, let's go to Tesla. What's Tesla doing? Trying to reset and flag out right here. Man, is this hold 650, like mid-6s? This thing's probably going to run to mid-7s. I mean, this is a pretty good chart right here. Neo giving it up a little bit. I mean, but it's been rallying like a madman. A lot of the meme stocks kind of taking it on the chin today. Oh, dang, yeah. Planeteer just gave up all of my gains on that one today. I just ate them all up. But hey, you know, whatever. Sometimes shit happens. Snowflake rolling over. DoorDash doing okay. DoorDash actually looks all right above like 170. GME, ooh, GME. If this daily gets below like 195, I'd be looking for substantially lower prices on this guy. Yeah, so not much love in the meme stocks. Let's see. Let's go to, how about BlackBerry meme? Yeah, not really anything there. Barely holding on to that upper 11 support. This is kind of an interesting chart here. I kind of like this monthly retest on these EMAs. A lot of support at like 420. It needs a daily above like $5 though. Yeah, maybe wait on that. Hyundai. Just kind of slow drifting, man. I love this type of chart for big pops out of nowhere. I can't trade that on any broker I use, though, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Nikola, Tesla, yeah, kind of a lot of stuff down today. Blockchain, MicroStrategy, kind of just chilling. Coin giving it up a little bit. plotting that 55 EMA, so a little resistance right there at about 260. Let's zoom in a little bit. But hey, it's just coming back to test in the 3-hour lower time frames. So this is actually the most constructive that this chart's looked on the lower time frames. Monthly ain't going to really do shit. I guess it does show a little bit of a support zone right here in the lower 200s, lower mid 200s. Oh, wow. Hut just rallying hard. Very nice. This is a mining company in North America. I guess it's getting some love from China saying, oh, no mining here for you. Although, yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. HODL, whatever. Let's see what GBDC is showing us. Major support at 2770s. Really 2750. Yeah, nothing really on here. Most of these are pretty ugly. Riot actually will look good if it can stay above 3350 for another few days. We'll actually have a full-on bullish reset on the daily, which is a very significant time frame. You can see that this box, though, is providing a little bit of a resistance so far. So if we got a daily close above 39, I'd definitely look for a run to like probably mid-40s on this guy. What's the top trader doing? Nvidia. Nvidia, you just can't stop Nvidia, dude. Look at this shit. What the hell, man? 50% up just for June. Just the month of June is pretty much 50% up. How'd the monthly close on it? Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. That is brutal, dude. What a monthly beast mode close. That's crazy. Alright. I think I'm gonna be done here. AMD, which, yeah, holy shit, AMD ripping face, dude. What is this crap? It's at the top of its stupid range, though, so probably get some pressure right here. Visa, Intel. Maybe Intel might, and when some rotations take place, I could see Intel getting a little bit of love. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I actually kind of like Intel's chart here. Very small risk, only about 4-ish%. How'd the monthly close? Yeah, not really anything there. Quarterly, hey, quarterly's still kind of grinding up all the EMAs. Ooh, and the weekly right here. You know, I might actually take a stab on Intel. I'm gonna go look at their option chain. I mean, I know they have pretty decent options, but go check them out real quick. Alrighty then, let's see. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, yeah, right, dude. What the shit ever. This stupid position I have. Let's see. Intel, INTC. Trade tab. Options. Nice and liquid. IV is fairly, it's a little high, 37 IV rank, but that's not terrible. Could probably do some kind of strangle, like a directional type strangle on there. What can I get for, I can get a buck for a tight put spread and maybe use that to do a risk reversal, finance something. On the upper end, what's like a realistic target? There's a big gap right here on the daily at 62, so that's yeah, and look at this gap too that it's coming filled, and then now it's kind of finding support. Is this also a 618 too? Yes, it is. Look at that. Look at that. Got all those technicals playing very nicely together. So that's about right then, about a 62-ish, 60 level. So let's say we just buy Let me just buy it straight out. That's about a 10-cent debit. I usually like to get credits because it helps theta a lot. I don't think we got much strength to get above like 65. So if we just sold, we'll sell the 65. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna let this work a little bit, see what happens. And that filled instantly. I hate when that happens. God damn it. Oh, I got some intel. Oh, wait, not green, red. I got some intel. I even went on the bid. Oops. Oh well, it's cool. I'll take that position. Anything back below over here, except I need to do it on a lower time frame so I can hear the alert during the day. If we get below about this level, then I will get out of this trade. All right, Cisco, what do we got here? Cisco looks okay. Bank of America, whatever. Apple. Oh, is Apple actually trying to break out right here? Dang, Apple. Actually, it's looked great. Look at this, riding this trend line. Just major resistance coming up here at all-time highs at like 142. But hey, looking pretty good. Amazon actually kind of trying to hover above this horizontal at 34Ks. So as long as it's above 34Ks, it looks pretty constructive. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine above 34K. SPY, I don't care about that. JP Morgan. Damn, MU, what is this? They beat earnings, but I guess today they hated it. Dumped 6%. Jesus. All right, MU, what the hell, man? The monthly is right atop the short-term MA, and we do have... Hey, this one actually has some pretty good support. This one might not be a terrible long on MU. I'm going to wait on that one because I just went Intel, so... Netflix, man, if Netflix closes above 535, man, I'd probably look for a run up into the top end of this box. This looks pretty decent. Earnings are coming up here at the end of the month. United Health Group maybe resetting bullishly here. A lot of volume on this candle. So if we get any closure above 405, I would look for a test of the all-time highs around 420. Hell yeah. Microsoft, Disney. Disney's okay. Disney's okay. What's the monthly look like? Monthly looks fine. Weekly looks okay. Yeah, I mean, it's trying to base out here after a pretty decent little sell-off, you know, for Disney, but not the best chart here. Does this gap get filled? Yeah, I mean, close is close enough. Probably did. All right, let's go to bonds. Hey, where's... Oh, duh. Municipal bonds, what are they doing? Kind of struggling a little bit. These still look okay. Junk bonds, kind of getting a little bit of weak. HYSG. Yeah, nothing really in there. Just slow grinding up. So they still look fine. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Oh, solar stocks. Let's go solar stocks, gun stocks, weed stocks, and then we'll wrap it up. Some wheat stocks getting a little bit of love today. Let's go, Green Organic Dutchman. I bought this one back over here on the first test of this, so did get a little bit of a dumpage, but ended up closing green on the day, so not too shabby. I am looking for this one to probably get up into like 31, 32 cents. Man, grow, generate. Dude, this is bullish reset on the daily, y'all. Uh-oh. Are weed stocks coming to life? I cannot imagine that the Democrats will not try to add some kind of legislation before the midterm elections next year. It would surprise me if they didn't talk about something with legal weed. So, Curl F, ICNF, CVSI. Man, look at CVSI just basing down here, man. What'd the monthly look like? Yeah, not great, but... IIPR, man, love this daily chart. How about the monthly? Monthly's great. Weekly looks great. I mean, this chart looks awesome above 180. This is definitely dip buying, which is already on my green list. Dip buying to down to about 180 is pretty safe in my humble, stupid opinion. All right, what do we got here? Nothing about that. Let's jump over to pew pew. Oh my God, this thing is still effing running. Stop it, Smith and Wesson, you little bastard. Oh, we were looking at all these gun stocks back in early May and how sexy they were, especially Powell, Ruger. Powell, I guess Ruger was more early June, but Ruger and Smith and Wesson just super sexy damn charts back in May. And my idiotic ass, the biggest problem I have is premature exititis. And I did it again with these. I had sold puts on POW. I had long call spreads on these, which would have paid out in full because this move is absolutely ridiculous. It's literally almost doubled in the last 2 weeks. So, oh man, just absolute insanity on this guy. POW getting a little bit of resistance at his previous all-time high. Any daily close, though, above $10, it probably runs to 15-ish. Yeah, so, geez, nice run on Pow stocks. Pew, 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 bitches. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Let's go to solar flaring. Oh, damn it. Shit balls. Should have went in on this one. I knew this chart. We've been talking about this chart. Great. I can't believe I missed that opportunity. Every time I go on a vacation, some big-ass moves happen. Damn it, Bobby. But we were watching this one a lot, so kudos to you if you took it on here. I mean, just this one looked really, really good and sexy for some continuation action, and we got it. Very, very nice. Generac still running hard. I mean, look at these solar stocks, y'all. We've been eyeballing these the last couple weeks and just getting massive follow-through. I mean, it's because these charts look so damn good. Here's one that hasn't popped yet but actually looks really sexy is this sustainable Atlantica sustainable infrastructure. Its dividend pays a little bit too high. Usually when you get in the 4 or 5% range, it's a little concerning. What do they do here? Infrastructure, nat gas, blah, 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 blah. And it's headquartered in England. Oh, that's cool. Whatever. Yeah, this one actually looks pretty decent, though. I mean, easy risk management, too. About 3-4%. Anything back below, like $35, I would be concerned. But yeah, this weekly's got good resistance at 38. Damn it. It's not the best, but man, and there's no help. Man, look at these oscillators. They're like they're both way down below by the weak zone, so that's interesting. I might take a little stab at it if it has decent options. Let's go take a look. AY trade. It does have options, and they're okay. They're okay. They're all right. They're not super terrible. They do have some cheapies at the 45 strike, which would be a little ambitious, but let's see. But you know, there might be something there. Let's see. And I'm looking at the August, which isn't that far, man. And then it jumps all the way out to November. So I think this is all-time highs here too, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Right at about $40. Maybe there's some lotto ticket action in that guy. Yeah, 50 days. I mean, yeah, 50 days is probably enough for this to pop. That puts you all the way to right around earnings. So actually, that's not too shabby. I might take a stab at that one just for shits and giggles. You know, why not? All in. Selling the house. No, I'm just kidding. I want to say obviously, but people are crazy now and have been doing that, so... what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to let that order work a little bit. Yep, good. Knee, I got knee over here, but it's just chilling. Sedge actually looks pretty good. How'd that monthly close? Whatever. Weekly's got some resistance. In phase, some resistance. Tan, nice pump. We were looking at this last week. I know some people in the chat got some options on this bitch. Nice play. Is this a retest of the breakout zone? It sure does look like it. As long as this bitch is holding like 83 bucks, it looks pretty damn good. Options on it, they got some. And they're pretty damn tight. They're not too shabby. They're not too shabby. How about October? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Pretty low IV rank. Risk reversal in here probably would be pretty decent. Decent trade. The options are pretty liquid. I'm going to do like some kind of ratio. Yeah. Maybe I'll work a... just a little bit wide. I'm going to wait on that, guys. See what happens tomorrow. But yeah, getting some decent runs on some of those solar stocks. All right, I'm going to wrap this bitch up. It's already been over an hour. Podcast. Bitcoin. What are you doing, Bitty Bits? Are you rallying? Are you chilling? Are you not doing anything? Just closed this recent candle. It's trying to base out here. Or it's about to close in 4 hours. About to close. Okay. 7-minute crack time frames have reset, so whatever that means on crack time frames, not much. Yeah, pretty ugly there. Yeah, I mean, it's just the same shit, man. It really needs to hold this 32, like 8 horizontal. I think if we just even go below that, expect on any low time frame close, and especially daily and up, obviously would fit that parameter. I'd be looking probably for a breakdown of this structure if we close another daily below this, because it's not very freaking sexy, man. And that would get the bulls real excited. They'd get big. Bears, I'm sorry. That would get the bears real big boners if we started closing below 32, 5-ish. This daily kind of sucks. I would like to see bulls if they have any kind of integrity. No, I'm just kidding. If they have any kind of strength, that they will pull up and get above the 33.7 area and close above the 10 simple. That would be a decent sign. But man, these futures they don't look good, man. They really don't look good. It's like the best thing is that this triangle kind of formation down here is still making higher highs. Actually, let me zoom in on that. Higher highs. That's even. That's whatever. We do have substantially lower price action with that, so yeah, just not sexy, man. It's just not super sexy yet. And dude, the 3 hours actually resetting officially on the bearish side, so but 4th of July week coming up, weekend, yeah, it's probably just gonna keep chopping in this range if I had to bet money on it. Ethereum bouncing pretty decently off of that level, so that's nice to see it come back over 2100. I would really like to see this daily close over 2100. We were talking about like 2180 something, but 2100 makes it way more better. Let's see if we can get that on the daily. And I would look for probably a little bit more. Oh shit, sorry. A little bit more continuation. All right, and I think that's probably it, man. ES kind of breaking out. Look, making another new high. Look at that reset taking off. I mean, there's nothing bearish except for the Dow Jones, but it's trying to redeem itself, and any daily closure back above 15,150, I would consider this just a deep liquidation break for transportation. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Much love. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see y'all for the Friday end of the week stream. Much love. Peace.